The Stories That They Tell by Scotty Hasting. We're going to be using some easy chords to play through this song. We're going to be using the 2-finger D, 1-finger A, you got your B minor, and I play it like this. You got your A minor form, slide that up 2 frets, and then use that first finger on the first string, 2nd fret, and I use my thumb to cover the 2nd fret, 5th and 6th string. Alright? Yeah. And then we've got 2-finger G, E minor, and D with an F sharp bass. That's basically your D, and you're taking your thumb and you're playing the 6th string, 2nd fret. Okay? Really rings through when we get to that part of the song. Alright, and we're going to first of all learn the easy strum pattern first, and that's basically just strumming over the chord changes. And this is good for a couple of reasons. First of all, it gets your mind into the mode of transitioning from one chord to the next chord, but it gives you sufficient time to make that chord change. So we're only going to strum when the chord transition occurs. So that's going to be fairly easy to do, and then once we make it through that, the next time we'll go ahead and add in a strumming pattern between those chord transitions. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to play just the chord transitions. Alright, here we go. Bill opened up a box of old cigars. Said on this day back in '69, I lost the best friend of mine. Kinda said that's a place I've been, but it was 2010 Afghanistan. He raised his glass, said here's to friends and their ultimate sacrifice. Yeah, the times and places, they may change, but one thing stays the same. The stories that they tell about going through hell. If you think you wouldn't do it all over again, well, you just don't know them. The memories that they own of the ones who didn't make it home, yeah, they sure do miss it, but they keep them all living in the stories that they tell. Bartender says next round's on me. I spent some time overseas. Tonight's my first night behind this bar. Bill had it in a guitar. Well, the faces in the pictures, they may change, but one thing stays the same. The stories that they tell about going through hell. If they think you wouldn't do it all over again, well, you just don't know them. The memories that they own of the ones who didn't make it home, yeah, they sure do miss it, but they keep them all living in the stories that they tell. Yeah, some will laugh, some will cry, sometimes they'll wonder why. I've been there, someone wrote their song, but oh, they need to carry on. The stories that they tell about going through hell. If you think they wouldn't do it all over again, well, you just don't know them. Yeah, they sure do miss it, but they keep them all living in the stories that they tell. They sure do miss them, but keep them all living in the stories that they tell. Single strums. Didn't sound bad, did it? All right. So once you've learned where those transitions are at and you make those chord changes cleanly, the next thing is to play with strums. Friday night down at the Legion Bar, Bill opened up a box of old cigars. Said on this day back in '69, I lost a best friend of mine. Kinda said that's a place I've been, but it was 2010 Afghanistan. He raised his glass, said here's to friends and their ultimate sacrifice. Yeah, the times and places they may change, but one thing stays the same. The stories that they tell about going through hell. If you think they wouldn't do it all over again, you just don't know them. Memories that they own of the ones that didn't make it home. Yeah, I sure do miss them, but they keep them all living in the stories that they tell. Bartender says next round's on me. I spent some time overseas. Tonight's my first night behind this bar. Bill handed him a cigar. Well, the faces in the pictures they may change, but one thing stays the same. The stories that they tell about going through hell. If you think they wouldn't do it all over again, but you just don't know them. Memories that they own of the ones who didn't make it home. Yeah, sure do miss them, but they keep them all living in the stories that they tell. Yeah, some will laugh, some will cry, sometimes you wonder why. I've been there, so I wrote this song. I know they need to carry on. The stories that they tell about going through hell. If you think they wouldn't do it all over again, well, you just don't know them. The memories that they own of the ones who didn't make it home. Yeah, they sure do miss them, but they keep them all living in the stories that they tell. They sure do miss them, but they keep them all living in the stories that they tell. All right.